video. But basically when I was getting Sebastian to sleep sometime after, well, I was in his room. He was asleep, but not asleep enough for me to leave him. I got an email that they were doing cookies. Like it took a few emails to get that information. I got an email saying, are you still doing the signs and stuff? But yeah, it took a while to get to the point where they confirmed cookies. So much so that I came downstairs at 10. I'm kind of polite. I came downstairs at 10 p.m. and just started working on the design, assuming it was cookies from Costco. So it's like chip, chip, hooray. All the cookie puns, and I started cutting out free stock photos of cookies and working on a layout. Didn't finish it, but by 11 I had a confirmation that it was cookies, so I'm like, cool, I can finish this in the morning. I'll send a draft. So I worked on it a little bit before taking Sebastian to the bus, and then again a little bit before taking Jax to school, and then I finished it up right when I got home. It was just about time, so I sent that off. Everybody's like, yeah, that looks great. As soon as I got the first person saying that looks great, I submitted the print order because at that point at 9 a.m. the earliest time slot they would give me at the print shop is 3:30, and I need to be at the middle school at 4 with the prints. That was totally doable if it was absolutely ready by 3:30. I just had faith. It has never been late. I do all my party prints there, the trunk or treat prints, all that kind of thing. My printer just can't handle that. It puts lines and everything. I hope the stabilization is stabilizing you, because you are like on a bouncy house on my dashboard. Oh my goodness. Anyway, I need to pay attention for a second. Okay, I'm not turning here. I got it submitted, and I knew they'd probably finish it early, and here it is 1:30, and around 1:15 they said it was ready, so I'm like, cool. The librarian is going to be at the library with the blanket. I think she said 1:30. I was going to aim for 2, just in case I misheard. It definitely had a 1 in it though. And this way I can go get the prints and then go to the library and work on crochet. If I'm done real quick, I have to go around a 40-inch square blanket multiple times, so it's not gonna be quick. Anyway, if I finish before I have to go to the middle school, I can potentially come home before I go. I wouldn't have to drive out and pick up the prints. But if it takes up until the point where I need to go to the middle school, then I can just head straight there. Danny is home, and he so kindly moved his 5K a day to the middle of the day. Oh wow, these trees are so pretty. So pretty. I'm just about to drive through this red tree tunnel. Can you see that? It's on both sides too. It's so pretty. Yeah, so he did his run already, so he's gonna be home. I know he has a online meeting from 3 to 4, but Sebastian's homework is all done. I convinced him, where are you going? Are you moving? I convinced him to finish his homework last night because his worksheet was so easy. So he's good. He can go out and play, and as long as an adult is home, I don't technically need to be home. I don't think Jax is going to wait at the middle school for me, because he could be halfway home by the time I get there if he's walking and it's a beautiful day. He does not like extra time at the school, so I'm pretty sure he won't, but I did say when I would be in the office if he wanted to meet me there and how long I'd be doing what I was doing. Supposedly 20 minutes, because the person who's organizing this week only has 20 minutes. So there's that. So yeah, I'm on my way to Hello. I just finished doing cookie delivery. I still smell chocolate. I think when I was driving over here, I got an email from the person who was doing this month's cookies and buying them, and she's gonna be the one to distribute, and she couldn't stay. I was already planning to stay and help though, so it was me and the PTA president, but I've got to get back to the library. I didn't quite finish this, so I probably have like 20 more minutes and then I am done with the day. Hello. I can't believe I survived today. Whew. The afternoon was even more crazy than I thought it was going to be, but we did it, and I feel like I helped out a lot of people, and I was a productive member of society, and that makes me happy when I can give my time and talents, abilities to help others. Sebastian's in the bath. I just had mine, so I'm in pajamas. And I just wanted to take a few minutes to update you. Those are waiting to go down to the recycle bin, so sorry for the garbage. Anyway, I think I saw you when I was on the way to pick up the prints. They look fabulous. Very happy. Had more than I need. I think in the future we'll need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4 or 5 large ones, and then 1 or 2 small ones. I ended up with 6 large, and then I just did a sheet of 4 small, so I probably always have 4 small, but anyway, so I picked those up and I headed straight to the library. Got there around a little bit after 2 and went to the desk and asked for the librarian who had the blanket. She brought it out to me, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go sit down and try and get it done. She's like, oh my gosh, she didn't realize I was gonna just like sit there and do it. I don't know what she expected. I thought it was she needed it like really soon, and I can't do anything tomorrow, and then we just have a few days next week before the library's closed, and I know they wanted to deal with it before the holiday. So I was like, yeah, I'll just see what I can do. I'll see how much I can do. So I found a cozy corner and just went to work. My phone was kind of blowing up at first. I was going to do a time lapse at first, and then all of a sudden it was the bus alarm, so I had to message Danny to tell him to go out. And then it was like I was getting messages from people who I never get messages from. That was weird. It's like, and I was just trying to crochet as fast as I could. And when I was at, let's see, I'd made it all the way around once. That was a slow process because some of them are really hard to crochet into. The lady who did 3, she used very, very thick yarn and knit and crocheted really, really tightly. Like even she was saying when we needed one more, let's use hers. Mine are so hard to join together. So that part took a while, but I made it all the way around once, and the librarian found me. She checked everywhere else first and not my cozy corner. And she said that she talked to the manager, and the manager talked to the shelter, and they're actually coming at 6 p.m. to pick up some other stuff, and they're very happy to get the blanket too. So did I think I could finish it before then? I was like, holy moly. I I didn't quite hear her. I was a little distracted crocheting, and I thought she said they needed it tonight because they were coming tomorrow or something. But either way, I was like, okay, so I need to get this done tonight. I didn't have 6 o'clock in my head, but so I just went as fast as I could. Went another time around with white, and she had asked, oh, you're gonna do some purple too. I wish I could have done more and better and just made it look better, but the whole thing's a train wreck. I don't like how they're joined, and yeah, the joining does not make me happy. I think if we all had like black or white as our final round, then we could join with black or white and you wouldn't see all the stitching and it would look better. But I was on the final round and I had like 1.5 sides to go, but it was absolutely the time I had to leave the library and head to the middle school because I was going in during pickup time, Carline time. I didn't know what it was going to be like. So the librarian had told me she had an hour of office time. So I just went up to the manager who was at the front desk and told her I had to run to the middle school for about a half an hour and I would be back to finish the blanket when I was done. And ran out the door. She said she'd relay the message. And yeah, the car line was intense because I was waiting to turn left into the school, but people can also turn right and they obviously have the right of way. And so I sat through a lot of a great many green lights that we just couldn't go anywhere because the right turners were filling up. They were blocking the entrance. The car line can't go anywhere because cars get to the front and have to wait for their kid to come out. That's why I don't do the pickup. If I have to go get him, I park. But I finally made it in. I actually was crocheting at the light and parked once I finally made it to the parking because that's still stuck in the car line, and crocheted up until 3:55. So I had maybe like 7 minutes more. Every second counts. And then I grabbed my prints and my backpack and headed to the school. Jax had gotten my email and actually said, hey, I want to ride, so do I just meet you at the office? He was actually waiting outside the school, so he went back in with me, but then he was waffling like, I want to ride with you, but I don't want to have to wait. And I was like, yeah, it's probably going to be a half an hour, because right when I got to the middle school, the person who was the main organizer of this particular Smile Squad, who was bringing the cookies, she said, apologies, but I don't have enough time to pass out the cookies, but I'll be dropping them off. So I definitely needed to stay and help the president, and also I get to see where everything goes for the future. So I was like, well, I really need to stay and help, and it'll be like half an hour. And so he ended up deciding to walk, and that's fine, because I had to go to the library after that too. And yeah, they loved the signs, and they just look so nice on the cardstock. I'm always happy with how my stuff prints at our P.O. box. They do a lovely job. Their printers are top notch. So they were really happy with that. There was definitely some things that could go smoother. We didn't have sign holders. I guess the PTA does have some, but they just used them for an event. I think the Veterans Day spaghetti dinner, and so they weren't back in the closet yet. And just having things already on platters for each place, because we just had 3 huge boxes with 60 cookies each, and we had to get them all divvied up, but also have them covered because they're for tomorrow morning. So yes, a few things like that, and me having more than a few hours notice for the graphic design. I'm like, honestly, I can design things super fast. I'm very used to that. I don't love it, but I can do it. If you, like, just a few days, that would just be amazing. That would be plenty of time, because she was starting to say, well, maybe we can plan out all the things we're going to do the whole year. I'm like, no, honestly, just tell me that week. I mean, it was just really tight getting it to the printer. Like, it almost wouldn't have gotten done. I would have had to try to go there and use the printers in person. I don't know if I have a USB drive that I could bring. They are slammed with holiday returns and packages already, so I was lucky to pick up the prints as fast as we did. Anyway, we did the thing and it was done, and then I left and I hopped in my car and I drove back to the library and headed back in. I didn't go back to my cozy corner. I saw the librarian shelving books in the children's section, so I went to the teen section next door and just sat down at the table since I had like 5 minutes more of crocheting to do. I'd done a lot in the car, so I just was chugging it out and weaving in the last ends when she found me and I'm like, I finished. So the manager had just left, so she had another librarian help take a picture of us two holding it. I don't know what they're gonna do with that, probably going on their Facebook or something, but then I said you're welcome and left. Jax had messaged right as I got to the library asking me to make him a chai when I got home because he loves iced soy chais from Starbucks. So I got some supplies to make like a dupe. It's actually, I have vanilla almond milk because they didn't have vanilla soy milk at the store, but it tastes so close, it's very delish. So I'll make him a small one as a treat because he's been sick. So yeah, I got home and then made those almost out of the milk. So I'll have to stock back up. And then I just really wanted to sit down, but I didn't. I started dinner, which luckily Danny finished for me. I had to go find Sebastian and I really had to pee because I hadn't peed in hours. We ate dinner, I took a bath. Danny had gotten Sebastian to do homework. Like, he didn't have homework because we finished all the homework for the week, but he has to bring home anything he doesn't do in school. I'm not entirely sure when he was supposed to do this because he said he didn't not do it today, but she didn't mark no's as did he finish writing, so maybe he just was so la 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 that he totally didn't know that he missed that. I know he misses writing sometimes because of speech therapy, but he said it wasn't a speech day, so I don't know. But props to Danny for getting him to do that before he went to play. Anyway, that's my update. The Smile Squads sent out an email and we went over the things we need to do differently, and they were very happy with my signs. I'm happy to be their little graphic designer. And yeah, I'm gonna just take a night because I've been talking a long time. Tomorrow is just gonna be fairly short. Jax asked to go to Dunkin' Donuts with me before school, so we're gonna do that, and I think that'll be good to fuel me up for my lunch shift. And even though that's physically tiring, mentally it's chill because I'm just so used to it and you're just walking around for 3 hours. So I think it'll be good, and it's gonna make Friday go super duper fast. Like today was super slow in the morning as I was waiting and dreading the craziness to start, wishing I could spread it out but I couldn't. So yeah, I think tomorrow will be good. Danny's gonna be out, so I'll have to figure out dinner and stuff. I might stop at the store on the way home from the school. I had a tiny bit of time and stock back up on the vanilla milks and figure out something for dinner. But yeah, I'm gonna go. Good night, stay safe, be kind, and don't forget, wash your hands.